Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Vishvadeep and I welcome you all on Unacademy Computer Science channel for unlimited learning. We started conditions and Python, and in that particular Python series, we are going to start today the conditions and the loops. Please confirm my voice, audio, video, everything is fine for the day or not. If yes, then we will continue the session. Before we start the session, just let me introduce myself first. For those members who don't know about me, my name is Vishvadeep Gothi. I'm working as a channel leader for this channel and as a plus educator on an academy platform. And I'm providing you the quality content in terms of your learning, understanding, and multiple other things. Whatever the problem you have for the computer science, I am trying to provide solution through this channel and an academy platform to you guys so that you can have your career on the track always. Look at this. We have lots of free classes on Unacademy platform. You can access those classes in terms of special classes. These classes are absolutely free. Just access those on my profile, under my profile on Unacademy platform in GATE ESE category. Either you'll have to create an account on unacademy.com or down Unacademy Learner app in GATE ESE category. And after that, after freely, you will make your account. You can access my profile. Under my profile, you can access all these classes. Absolutely free classes. There are some kind of problems each aspirant of engineering is having. The problem is they don't even know what I want to do. I means you want to do or they want to do. See, they are confused soul just because they don't even had that opportunity. They haven't had that opportunity to explore themselves that, okay, I am having liking in coding, or I am having liking in research, or I am having liking in this or that or that. So first of all, the students will have to explore themselves that exactly what they want, what is their liking. If they understand that my liking is this one or that one or that one, immediately they can switch to that particular career option. But first of all, the students will have to explore themselves. If you have understood that your problem is this, that you are going to go for GATE preparation, you are going to go for placement preparation or whatever, after that you can definitely crack it easily just because you have decided your goal. So first decide your goal and then prepare for it. But once you decide your goal, let's say it is GATE preparation, then again there is a problem. Problem is we are not knowing anything that how to prepare, what to prepare, etc, 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 etc. For that you need an expert or some experts who can help you, who can guide you during your preparation journey. As an aspirant of engineering, as an engineering student, if you are having the same problems, please be mindful and select one career option. If you have selected your career option as GATE, then we can help you on Unacademy Plus platform that how you will prepare your content, how you will prepare for the GATE exam, and how you will be throughout your preparation journey. What kind of preparation you should have, what kind of efforts you should put, where, what not to study, what to study, etc. Everything we will give you guidance of. We will provide you good quality content in the structured and organized manner so that you will always be on the track. Apart from that, one more thing, if you are preparing for GATE, you don't have to prepare for placement very rigorously, just because for the placement, most of the things, whatever is required, everything is included in the GATE preparation. I myself haven't prepared for my placements much, and still I cracked a normal interview in my engineering days. Just because same thing, GATE preparation. So if you are going for GATE preparation, you can get live classes, weekly tests, daily practice problems, structured courses, unlimited access of different batches and whatnot. Apart from this, if you want to have a personalized preparation, you go for Iconic subscription, which includes plus benefits and a personal coach. Means an expert will be provided to you from an Unacademy platform who will give you one-on-one guidance. Means the expert will be attached to you as a coach, personal coach, and coach will help you building your one-on-one strategies, preparation plan, your personalized test analysis, and most of them you will be getting the printed notes in the Iconic subscription of 1 year and above. Different subscription plans are available in Plus and Iconic. Whichever is suitable for you, select that and then use this code VDEEP10 at the checkout page here, so that you'll be getting 10% instant discount plus my personal guidance plus my team's support. Here we have an offer till tonight. Midnight offer is if you take 12-month subscription 2 extra and 24-month subscription 3-month extra, you will be getting only till tonight. New batches started just recently, and look at this. Top educators of country are going to teach you on Unacademy platform. My course is also having a new topic just now, starting today, tomorrow, so that you can cover up from today or tomorrow, and then you can always be on the track along with me in that particular live course. These were some students last year we had as toppers, and you can take only Unacademy Lite subscription for only test series. Okay, we'll start the session now. And we will start the session. In that session, we will be talking about the conditions. Chaliye. So if you guys are ready, let me just know that you guys are ready, and then we will be starting the next topic. Is this gonna be a Python complete course? In Python, I am going to cover the basics, complete basics. Okay, I will give you how the things work, what these things are. Basically, I will cover the basic part. Now application part, then you can listen or you can understand by yourself. Like if I am telling you, this is the list, where to use the list, how to use the list, you can easily interpret if you have a little bit of coding mind. Little bit, not much. Okay, so let's begin the session if you guys are ready. See, we all know that conditions means we'll have to write if and else. If you don't know about it, then condition means we'll have to check a condition. If condition is true, we will have to do certain task. If condition is false, we may have to do certain number of tasks or certain kind of a task. Those are called as if and else conditions. So if you'll write if, inside if you'll have to write a condition. If condition is true, you will write a certain piece of code. That piece of code will work if condition is true. If not true, piece of code will not work. If you want that, okay, I want to have certain kind of logic that if condition is true, this piece code should run, and when condition is false, this piece of code should run. Then I'll have to write this in if and this in else. What happens in that case? Condition is true, this block will execute. Condition is false, this block will execute. And then we have elif. Elif is like else if. In the else also you want to have a few more conditions, you can write elif as many as times you want. Apart from that conditions, we have loops also. Two types of loops we have here, for and while. Very simple loops are there. If you are little bit of aware, little bit aware of some kind of programming language, then you won't face much of the problem in these sessions today. Okay, so let me just put up my screen here for you guys, so that, just a minute. Okay, great, fine. So I'll share my screen here for you guys, so that we can discuss the programming. Okay, so you guys can see the screen here. Screen is visible to you guys? सर पाइथन का फुल कोर्स कंप्लीट होगा? देखिए, फुल कोर्स का पता नहीं, ये बेसिक्स में पूरा बता दूंगा. फिर उसके बाद आता है एडवांस आता है एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड, कि आप वेब डेवलपमेंट में पाइथन को कैसे यूज करते हैं, है ना, मशीन लर्निंग में कैसे यूज करते हैं, आप डेटा माइनिंग में कैसे यूज करते हैं. ये सारी चीजें जो हैं वो एडवांस वर्जन में है, वो हम नहीं कवर करेंगे. एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड बेसिक कवर कर लेंगे कि बेसिक पाइथन क्या होता है. ठीक है, आप एक लॉन्च वीडियो देखिएगा, उसमें मैंने आपको कहा था एग्जैक्टली कि क्या क्या मैं पढ़ाने वाला हूं. ठीक है, न्यू सीरीज स्किल डेवलपमेंट लॉन्च में मैंने बताया था. ओके, चलिए, तो यू गाइज नो दैट इन द इफ कैसे लिखते हो आप? कीवर्ड लिखा इफ, और यहां पे लिखेंगे कंडीशन. राइट नाउ आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग अ बूलियन ट्रू. यहां पे आपको कर्ली ब्रेसेस लगाने की जरूरत नहीं होती. यू डोंट हैव टू पुट द कर्ली ब्रेसेस हियर. आफ्टर द कंडीशन यू विल हैव टू पुट अ कॉलन हियर, लाइक दिस आई हैव पुट. लुक एट दिस. आपने देखा यहां पे मैंने कॉलन लिखा, कॉलन के बाद आफ्टर द कॉलन एज सून एज यू एंटर either your IDE will give 5 spaces here. Look at this, my cursor is here, means 5 spaces. Why 5 spaces? Just because you don't have to put the curly braces here. These 5 spaces will give me an idea, or actually to my Python interpreter an idea that yes, whatever the statement I'm going to write, all these statements are under if block. इफ के अंदर लाने के लिए 5 स्पेसेस का इंडेंटेशन देना पड़ता है मुझे. ओके, राइट. नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल राइट माय कमांड. लेट्स से आई एम राइटिंग प्रिंट कंडीशन इज ट्रू. फाइन, आई एम जस्ट रनिंग दिस पीस ऑफ कोड. लुक एट दिस. इफ condition is true, I am passing directly a true value. Condition is true. Okay, now if I am writing here false, what happens? False. Condition is false. Will this particular piece of code print condition is false? No, it will not print anything. Why? If condition is false, will not go inside the if block. If we will not go inside the if block, then it will not print anything. It will go out of the if block. In the if block, we have a print statement. It will not run. I guess you guys are having a basic idea of this. Fine. If you are using any other IDE where after this colon, automatically your IDE is not taking the space, please 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces you will have to type by yourself or make a tab. Okay, otherwise you will have an error here. I guess you guys are clear about this. Fine. Most of the time you don't write directly if true or if false, right? Most of the time you write some condition. You write some condition. Okay, what kind of condition? By comparing two values, if two values are equal or not, two values are not equal to each other, two values, one is greater than other, or one is lesser than other, one is greater than equal to of other, or one is lesser than equal to of other. All these type of conditions you are usually writing in your C programming also. Right? Let's say I have taken a very small piece of code. I have taken a num. That particular num I have taken as, let's say, value 10, and I am writing if num modulus 2 is equal to 0. What does it mean? The meaning is I am trying to divide num by 2 and I am evaluating if it is equal to 0 or not. Means remainder is 0 or not. If it is 0, then I will print here what? Num is what? Even. Okay, let's try to run it. Yes, num is even. So I'm writing a condition here. Condition if satisfied, this particular print statement or inside if block will run. Simple, like normal if in the C or other language. Just remember, we don't put a parenthesis around condition in if here in the Python. Parenthesis की जरूरत नहीं है. You guys are able to follow this? Yes or no? Please let me know. Okay. Now if I want to have else, I can do else. But remember, when you want to write else, you'll have to write else in the same base as if. जो if का base है, उसी indentation पे मुझे else लिखना पड़ेगा. Then only that particular else will be associated with this if. So I'll write else. In the else, you don't write any condition. Just write the colon over there and print num is I'll have to write in single quote num is odd. So if I'll take value, let's say 15 here, and I run it, now number modulus 2 will not be equal to 0. That's why I am going to go for the else case. आप चला के देख रहे हो ये सारी चीजें? Are you guys able to run these by yourself also? खुद से चला के भी देख पा रहे हो सब लोग? You guys are able to follow this till now? चलिए, एक piece of code मैं यहाँ पे टाइप करके लाया हूं. Let me just take it like that way. Fine. तो ये देखिए आप लोग. You guys can see these commented statements. These commented statements. you have equal to, double equal to, not equal to, greater than equal to, lesser than equal to. All these are the comparison operators we have already seen, I guess, day before yesterday. देखा है हमने, right? So all these we have seen as comparative comparison operators. These comparison operators we will use to write the conditions, equal to, not equal to, etc etc etc, है ना. अभी आगे की बात करते हैं, हम else if लिखने की कोशिश करते हैं. ठीक है, तो हमने देखा कि city. Okay, let me just copy this piece of code here. I'll bring it here. I'll replace this by this. Okay. Oops. No. Okay, done. See, I have taken one string city with value something. Now I'm checking if city is equal to Bangalore, then I'll print city Bangalore. Else, in the else, instead of writing else and in that else I wanted to have if condition again. If city is Delhi, then I will print city is Delhi. I will write elif. Elif is another kind of condition statement here, which I can write when I want to write any condition again in the else part also. Else if, instead of writing else and if, we will write elif, elif. If city is Delhi, this, else print not matching. So if I am having, let's say here city given Bangalore, what happens? City is Bangalore, just because if condition is true. If I'll give city here Delhi, look at this, city is Bangalore, no. Else if city is Delhi, yes, city is Delhi printed. But if I will give some kind of other city, let's say I'll give Ujjain, then what happens? Not matching. City is Bangalore, not matching. No. Delhi, no. Then not matching will be printed. So elif is nothing but it's else if. I wanted to have two conditions here. First, I wanted to check city is Bangalore, then print city is Bangalore. Else, in the else, I want to have another condition if city is equal to Delhi. So instead of writing else and under that I will write if, I am writing elif directly. ठीक है, तो elif का मतलब है कि else में अगर हमें if लिखना है कि अगर ये कंडीशन ट्रू नहीं है, else में गए, else में जाने के बाद हम चेक करना चाहते हैं कि क्या सिटी दिल्ली है. अगर सिटी दिल्ली है तो हमें यहां पे क्या चेक करना पड़ेगा? else and inside else we'll have to write if. बट ऐसा नहीं करेंगे, हम elif लिखेंगे बस. अब इस elif के अगेंस्ट, अगर हमें इस if के अगेंस्ट भी else लिखना है तो हम उसी के नीचे, उसी बेस जो हमारा बेस है, उसी बेस पे हम else लिख देंगे. उसका else, ये वाला जो else है, ये if कंडीशन, इस वाली if कंडीशन के लिए चलेगा. So it is like a nested if else. Else if, else if, else if. ठीक है? Okay, let me just take another example here. If you guys want to have else if का एक और example I'll take. Instead of city, I'll take, let's say, grade. Some kind of value I'll take later on. Grade is equal to, let's say grade is equal to A. I'll print, okay, let me just take integer value. Grade is equal to some value. Let's say grade is 10. Then I'll print it is score of the course is A. What means if you are getting 10 CGPA, then you are going to get grade A in that. Let's say else if grade is equal to some other value, let's say 9. Okay, 9. Then I'll print score. One second. What I'm trying to do here is Control V, not Control B. Control V. I'll print grade B. Else, I just want to have few more. Else, if you have grade is equal to 8, then I'll say boss, your grade is score C. Then L if, I'll directly write else, not L if, printf fail. Like this way, you can easily write the things whichever you want. See, I'm having a particular, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 100 times you can write. Okay, let me just make it one more time here. L if grade is 7, okay, it will be D. So you tell me which particular grade you want to give. You want to give 10, it will print score is A. Score is A. Look at this. Score of the course is A. If you are giving grade 9, it will go into the second one. See, if this condition is true, or if में नहीं लिखना है भैया, ऊपर लिखना है grade की value. So if this particular condition is true, this will be printed. I will not go into the any of the else. But if this condition is false, I'll go to else. And in that I am having another if. If this condition is true, I'll print this and I will not go into any of the else. Just because these are in the else part. If this condition is false, I'll go to else, and in that again another condition I'm having. If this condition is true, I'll go with this, and then that's it coming out, just because everything is in the else part. Like this way it works. So if I'm giving 9, print B. I'm giving 8, printing C. I'm giving 7, oh, printing D. But I'm giving 6, ooh, fail. Before that, if you want, you can have another condition check here. Okay, let me have this in LF, and I'll check here if condition. If given grade is lesser than or equal to 10, greater than or equal to 10, means it is printf, second, not y capital P, print not a valid grade value. So I can have a condition check here. If any value in grade you have given which is greater than or equal to 10, then it will not be a valid value. Otherwise, we will check if grade is 10, then score is A. Like this way, you can go ahead and check it out. I hope you guys are clear about this. Right? Look at this, it will still fail. But if I give here 12 value, what happens? Not a valid grade value. So this way, you can write elif as many as times you want. This can replace your C language, that switch case. Switch case can be replaced easily by this elif. Okay, chalo. Next thing, let's move on to the next thing. We have already spent a lot of time here. We have and or conditions also. Like in C language, when you want to merge two conditions together in a single condition, you have used and or. How you have implemented and or in your other languages? Using some symbols, ampersand, right? Double ampersand for and, double pipe symbol for or, like that way. Here you don't have to write any kind of operators. You are having directly words A and D and or. That's it. Look at this. I am having a particular condition here directly written. Look at this. I have brought here K. I'm going to have, look at this. So I have taken a user string with the name admin, value admin, and I have taken a logged in Boolean value with true. I'm writing here, look at this directly, condition, if user is equal to admin and logged in is true. So if directly I have used the logged in value, logged in I will check as a true. If it is true and this true, you all know that both conditions are true, then only end condition will become true. Let me just put it up here a little more. So if both conditions are true, it will print admin page. Otherwise, if both conditions are not true, then it says wrong credentials. Okay, let me just run this. It says admin page. Why? Just because right now user is admin, yes, and logged in is also true. Let's say logged in is false. If I'm having logged in is false, it says wrong credentials. Even though user is admin, but and condition is false, and because of that we'll go to the else part. Right? Similarly, you can use or here. Look at this. If you'll use or here, right? even though if you will have true value here, it says admin page. Even though if you have false value here, it will page admin page. You know why? Just because or says either of the condition is true, we will go into the true case. User is admin or logged in is true. In either cases, we'll go inside. Simple. And or, you all understand that? And or is what? And both the conditions are true, then only the final combined condition will be true. Or says at least one condition true, means your final combined condition will be true. Okay, fine. Now another operator we have here is not. Not operator says that not of true is true. Look at this. Okay, I have brought the condition. Look at this. So you have user is equal to admin, logged in is equal to false. Okay, if not logged in, please log in, else welcome. Logged in, if logged in is true, not of true will be false. We will say, okay, logged in is true, means please welcome. If logged in is false, not of false become true, and we will print please log in. Let's try to run this code. Right now it says please log in. You know why? Just because login is false. If login is true, then what happens? What happens? Not will give you true, ka not will give you false. False means we will go for the welcome, else case. Look at this. Simple. Everything is so simple. It's just the thing which you already know in the logics. If you have learned the logics, logic gates, Boolean algebra, you will understand this very easily. Clear about this? इतना clear है? आगे बढ़े? You guys are clear about this? चल, और conditions के बारे में बात करते हैं. One more thing is there, that is the is. Look at this. I'm having this particular thing. Yesterday we have seen how to make a list. I have made a list 1 with 1, 2, 3 value, list 2 with 1, 2, 3 value. Right? I am printing these two lists. Definitely both the lists are same to same. Okay. This, array, what has happened? Why it is not printing? Okay, got it now. So list 1, 1, 2, 3 value, list 2, 1, 2, 3 value, both lists are having same to same element. Now look at this. If I will try to print this, that print list 1 is equal to list 2. I'll check the condition if list 1 and list 2 are having same elements or not by equal to equal. Okay, so if equal to, I'll check each and every element. If both the lists are having similar elements, exact similar elements or not. If yes, then it will return me true. So this print statement will return me true in this case. Look at this. Okay, look at this. It is printing true after printing these two lists. But even if I change a small value here, instead of 2, I'm having 4, it will return me false. Look at this. List 1, list 2, not equal, of course. List 1 and list 2 elements are not equal, exact equal. Okay, got it? Fine. But this particular equal to in terms of list is actually comparing elements of the list. Yesterday, have I discussed about this? That when we are making a list and I'm writing list 1 is equal to list 2, you remember what has happened? There was list 2 is equal to list 1 when I was doing, it was not making another list. It was just making another reference. That list 2 and list 1 both are reference, two different reference for the same list 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this way I have explained yesterday, right? So if you want to compare that two list references are similar or to the same list or not, then we can use is operator here. So look at this. I will try to print here this is operator. Okay, I'm just commenting out these. I'm trying to print this. Look at this. Let me just keep the same value 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm trying to print here. This statement says yes, list 1 and list 2 having same elements, no problem at all. But this says list 1 is list 2. No, list 1, list 2, both are different objects and both are having two different identities. Like in computer system, when a process is created, it has some identity, ID, process ID, right? In operating system, you will study it. Similarly, in the Python language, when you are creating an object, let's say you have created list, it is an object. List 2, it is an object. So when you have created an object, both objects will get their personal identity ID value. And right now, these two lists are two different lists. That's why these two lists will have two different ID values. And that is why when I'm saying list 1 is list 2, no. Why? Just because list 1 is having different identity, list 2 is having different identity. Both are not having same identity. Both are two different lists. If you want to compare the elements of the list, equal to. If you want to just compare the identity of the list, this is. Okay, look at this. I have written it here also. Is used for object identity comparisons. I'll show it here. Okay, I might have some code. Yes, look at this. Look at this. I'm just commenting out this one and I'm trying to print the IDs of these two lists. Look at this. Correct. So I'm trying to print the ID of list 1 by calling a function ID. I am calling a function ID of list 1, ID of list 2, printing those two IDs. Look at this. IDs are different. Can you see that? You can also get it done in your own computer system. When you will run this, you will understand both the IDs are different. Okay, initial values are same, but from here, IDs are different. If IDs are different, definitely ID is ID. No, list 1 and list 2 will not say list 1 is list 2 as true. Fine. But let's say, I'm commenting it out here. Fine. And I'm trying to run this particular code. Okay, comment this one too. I'm trying to run this particular piece of code. Look at this. What I'm trying to have here, list 1 I have created 1, 2, 3 and list 2 is equal to list 1. I am creating another reference list 2 of same list 1. So there will not be two copies, only one copy will be there and one copy will have two references, list 2 and list 1. Now if I'll see the ID of list 2 will be surely same and this should return me true. Let me just try. Look at this. ID of list 1 and list 2 same to same. Why? Just because these are referring to the same list, only the reference is different. If reference is different, both will have internally same ID, only the reference is different. That's why list 1 is list 2. Yes, it is true. So whenever you'll be having such kind of, application when you want to compare the identity of two different objects, you can use is operator. Okay, Charlie. Great. Fine. Now, I just want to ask a simple question to you guys that in C language, what can give you a condition false? What values give you condition false? I'll tell you here in Python what happens. If you are writing a Boolean value directly false, it returns false or it evaluates to false. A value none returns to false. 0 of any numerical type value. If you are having a numeric value and that is having a value 0, 0 is evaluating to false. If any empty sequence you are having like empty string or empty list or empty tuple, it will evaluate to false. If you are having any empty mapping, means empty dictionary, that is also going to evaluate to false. I'll tell you here. Look at this. I am having a condition here. Condition equals to, I have taken Boolean value false. I will run this code. If condition is true, then evaluate to true. Condition false means evaluate to false. Of course, value false means this condition will return me false. Okay, let me try to run it. Evaluate it to false. Similarly, if I'll take none here, look at this, evaluate it to false. If I'll take numerical value 0 here, evaluated to false. If I'll take empty string here, evaluated to false. Empty list here, evaluated to false. Okay, empty tuple, evaluated to false. You remember what is the difference between list and tuple? List we create with the square bracket, tuple we create with the curly brace, parenthesis. But what is the difference? Lists are mutable, but tuples are immutable, read only. Then let me just take finally this. Okay, empty dictionary. Look at this, evaluated to false. Everything evaluated to false, 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 false. Sir, how ID is given? ID is given internally by the system. Cool. Chalo, let's go for the loops. You know, I love writing the loops in Python just because it is so easy to write everything. We thought when we learned for loop, it is so amazing to write the for loops in the C language, just because in while we had to write initialization, then somewhere condition, and somewhere, you know, increment, decrement, etc. Then in for loop in C language, we had to write everything in the single line. Then we were amazed to see that, wow, yaar, sab kuch kitna aasan ho gaya, everything is so easy, etc, etc. But when you will see the loop in Python, you will see, sir, isme to kuch likhna hi nahi hai, and everything is there. You don't have to write much of the things in Python, and everything will be so implicit, so easy, and so beautifully created that you will see, wow, it is so even easier than writing the code or writing the loop in the programming C language. Now look at this. Look at this. Loop 1. I'm writing loop here. So let me take a nums array here, or a list here of 5 things. I'll have to write like this: for a num in nums. That's it. How many values are there in the list? 5. So for every value of nums, this particular loop will run. For the value 1, it will run, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. If I want to loop over each value of this list, I'll write the statement like this: for num in nums. Nums is this list. Num is a variable. It will automatically take 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 value of this particular list in each iteration. I will just write here print num. So what it will print? For each num, first of all, num value 1, for 1, it will print. For 2, it will print. 3, it will print. 4, 5. Okay, let me just run this. Look at this. Let me just broaden it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First of all, num is 1. Next iteration 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. You don't have to initialize anything. No. You don't have to put any plus, plus, minus, minus. No, nothing. Automatically. In every ending, sir, of loop, we use colon. Look at this. What we need to do here is, we will have to put this colon just to tell to my interpreter that under this statement we have few more statements. Why we have put colon here in else if and if? Just because I wanted to show that this statement is under this if. That is why colon. Under this statement, right? So colon is used like we use in the C language curly braces. So colon says that after this statement, further statements are coming under this particular for. With some indentation, it shows that, okay, this statement is under this for. Okay, so what it does, look at this. It just print the every value of your list. Simple. Look at this. सेम मैं प्रिंट करा के लाया था. ओके, हटा देते हैं इसको. Cool, clear, understandable. So what we learned here is how to loop through all the values of a list. Similarly, if I want to loop through all the values of a dictionary or keys with the dictionary, How will I do that? Okay, let me just comment this and let me just uncomment this particular thing. Yesterday we have seen this piece of code. Okay, yesterday we have seen this piece of code. Student dictionary I have made equal to, in the curly braces I am writing entire dictionary. Dictionary is first key name, value Vishvadeep, comma, age. Next key 25 is the age. Okay, it's a fake one, but still you just believe it. Courses, these are the courses. Fine. Now what I am trying to do, I am writing here for key in student, colon, print key. If I am running this, look at this. What has happened? Look at this. All the keys it will print. For key in student, for every key it will loop through and it will use that particular key in the printing. Simple. But if you want to print the value and key both, what I'll have to do here is I'll have to put the items, dot items method here. So I'll have to put here the piece of code like this way. Okay. This is amazing. I like Python because of the same thing. Okay. Look at this. What I'm writing? Same student dictionary. Yes, I am writing now for key comma value in student dot items. So I will have to use this particular method item. Student dot item method will pick all the items of the dictionary. Now what I want, the very first thing I want is key. Next thing I want value from these items. Okay, and for each key value, I'll have to run the loop, and in the loop, I'm trying to print the key and value. Okay, when I'll do this, I'll print this. Look at this: key, name, value Vishvadeep, key age, value 25. Next loop, 3 times iteration runs. Key courses, value a dictionary, a list of COADS. So if you want to have only keys, you will write keys. If you want to have key and value both, you can have dot items. If you want just the values, you can just print the value here. Look at this, it will just print the values. I hope you guys are clear about this. If you want to use key and value both, you can use both. If you want to use only values, you can use only values. But you'll have to write student dot items, key comma value, student in student dot items to extract the values also. I hope you guys are clear about this. Clear? Simple? Okay. You guys might know about break and continue in the looping. These are like loop controlling statements. These two work same to same in Python also. Break, when a break statement runs, it will break one loop outside the break statement. Whatever the loop is there, it will be broken. It will be stopped and the control will go out of the loop. Out of the loop, whatever the statement remaining in the program, it will run that. Continue will leave the current iteration and will go to the next iteration. Same to same thing. It works as, you know, in other programming language. In the Python also it works like that same way. Look at this. I have brought a code here. I'm writing nums, a list of 5 items. For num in nums, I'm writing a condition. If num is equal to 3, under the condition I am printing found and then break. If condition is this particular false, then I'll directly print the value num, this num. So initially num will be 1, 1 printed, 2, 2, 3, 3. Like that way it works until the break works. Whenever break works, it will break this particular loop completely. Look at this. You'll have to understand that break and continue will always be inside a loop and inside that also in a condition. Loop ke andar, condition ke andar, if and break. Sorry, break and continue. Otherwise, you will not have the correct code. Correct. Logic is same to same everywhere, dear. Everywhere. Logic is same to same. Look at this. For one value, num is 1. Initially for first iteration, num is 1. We'll go num is equal to 3. No, condition false, print num. Num is 2. Condition true. No, false. Num is print 2. Fine. When 3, num is 3 equal to 3. Yes, print found. Okay, after that break, that's it, done. Nothing is there. Then we have continue. If you will write here continue, what happens? I'm running it for 1, printing 2, printing for 3, it prints found and continue, means the rest of the statements of the program, this one will be left out and we will start next iteration for 4 immediately. So for 4, condition false, print 4, print 5 and loop is over. So continue says that if continue statement runs, then leave the rest of the statements of the current loop and go for the next one. Clear? Sure. आगे बढ़ते. Let's go for the next one. Next one I am having is loop with the range. Right now we were looping for the each and every value of a list. ठीक है? Now we will try to run the loop without any list. I just want to run a loop 10 times, 5 times, 15 times, like that way. In C language, it is very simple. Create a variable I equals to 0, I less than equal to 10, etc., etc. You write. Similarly, here you don't have to write it. I equals to 0, etc., etc. You have a very good function called as range. So that particular function will help you here. Look at this. You will write directly for I in range 10. For I in range 10, as soon as you write this, it means your I will start from 0 and up to 9 you will run the loop. Let's try to run it. इसको run करने की कोशिश करते हैं. Look at this. Wow. Pull it up. I starts from 0 on the default condition. Range 10 means up to 9 you will have to run. 10 value 0 to 9. Range 10, 0 to 9. Simple. इतना आसान है. इतना आसान है. Look at this. I don't have to write I equals to 0, I less than equal to 10, etc. You just write for I in range 10. That's it. Range 10 means up to 10. No, up to 10 nahi, 0 to 9. 10 values 0 to 9. For 10 times the loop runs. That's it. But let's say if I want to have my, I starting from a specific value up to certain specific value, then I'll write 2 parameters in this particular range, like this way. I'm just having this, commenting and uncommenting this. I'm writing for I in range 1, 11. What it says, 1, 11. First parameter is the starting index, starting value of I. The last one is the nth value. And you remember that last one will not be inclusive. In the list also we have seen in the list slicing. So when I say 1, 11, it says 1 to 11 minus 1 up to 10. 1 to 10, this particular range will go and I value will be in the range from 1 to 10 every time plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. You don't have to write that I plus plus in this case. You don't have to write it. You don't have to write it 1 to 10. Yes. So it will run 1 to 10. Look at this. 1 to 10. You can see this. 1 to 10. Easy. Right? If you'll write, let's say from 2 to 21, it goes 2 to 20. Look at this, 20. 2 starting from 2 and up to 20, not 21. So it's very easy now. Very easy now. Fine, cool, clear, understandable. You can write multiple loops like nested loops, loop in loop, like that way. Loop के अंदर भी loop लिख सकते हो आप आराम से, like this way. Look at this. I am having a piece of code. I am having a list, nums. List is having 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I am writing for num in nums, and inside that another for later in ABC. So instead of writing any, string name, I have given string directly. You can give like this way also. You can define a string here, and instead of giving string value directly, you can write string. Same to same. For num in nums, for later in string, I am printing num comma later. So what happens in this case? Very simple it is. Num value, first of all 1. For 1, I will run this particular loop for each letter in the string ABC. So 1 ABC, then for 2 ABC, for 3 ABC, 4 ABC will be used here. Look at this, I'm running it. Look at the output. I'm printing what? 1 ABC, then 2 ABC, then 3 ABC, then 4 ABC. So look at this. All the programming languages are having basics same to same. Loop is loop, if is if, else is else conditions are conditions. Everything is same to same. Only thing is logic. If you have logical mind, you can write code in any language with that particular logic. There is no any problem in learning any new language anytime. Language is not a barrier, never will be, if you have a good logical mind. In this, we have for loop, okay, you have seen already, and you have while loop also. While loop में same to same आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. You'll have to have a particular, initialization, then condition, then this. But in this, you will have to have the increment, decrement also. So look at this, x is equal to 0, I have taken, fine. Then x less than equal to 10, fine. Print x. After that, automatically x does not go to the next. No, it will not. Okay, no, x plus plus doesn't happen, or x equals to x plus 2, x plus 3. That doesn't happen automatically here. You'll have to write it. If you'll not write it, then you'll go into infinite loop. So while loop is same to same as while loop in C language or other programming languages, and you will have to write explicit increment decrement here. Otherwise, it will be a problematic case. Look at this, x is 0, okay, 0 less than 10, okay, condition true, print x. If I'll run this, I'll go with, look at this, going on. Control break you can have, or you can go from here, kahan gaya cancel build, ye raha. I have cancelled the build. So instead of that, if I'll write x plus equal to 1 and I'll print it, look at this, less than 10, 0 to 9, it will print. So remember, in for loop, you don't have to write the increment decrement, it automatically happens. But here you'll have to. Fine. So if you want to have some, weird increment decrement, not weird, actually not very common increment decrements like +2 or +3 or +4, you can use the while loop also. There is no any harm in that. Okay, cool, clear, understandable. Continue skips a step only or whole remaining loop? Continue skips only one iteration, the current one. Iteration, if loop runs 5 times, among those, if condition is meeting, like we have run here, look at this, condition was meeting when num becomes 3. For 3, it was not going to the next statement after running continue. So it was not printing num for 3, you can see here. Look at this. It was printing 1, yes, 2, yes. Just because for each condition was false, we are not running continue. But when condition is true here, it prints found, then it goes for continue. So means this particular statement will not run. Why? Just because rest of the statements I am leaving. I am leaving without execution, will go for the next iteration immediately. That is the continue. Okay, so I guess that is it for the day. What I am having for the next class, let me just tell you here. For the next class, we will be having I guess slicing, and if I am not wrong, okay, let me just check it here. What I have declared last time. Next time we will be discussing skill development. Where is that? Here it is, the plan. Okay, so next time in the next fourth class, we'll be having the functions. We will discuss how to write functions in the C language. So next class, number 4, we will be having functions. Then after that, next class will be list, slicing and sorting. Your next class will be on Monday about this. Okay, so we'll be having these two next. After that, we'll be having the file reading, writing and parsing. After that, we'll be having regular expressions, then classes, objects, inheritance, and then last class, 10th class, will be about how you can use the Python for machine learning and data mining. About that a little bit, I'll give you the knowledge. Okay, so same timing you'll be having, 3 days you'll be having no any class. 9:30 a.m. we'll be having another class on Monday, same to same timing, next Monday onwards. Okay, till then do while नहीं होता बेटा, यहाँ पे नहीं है यहाँ पे. So till then, whatever you guys are doing, what you guys are doing or you'll have to do is just practice a little bit more, explore a little bit more that what works, what not working, and then you can learn more about, you know, syntax, how you write it, what kind of mistakes you can make while writing the code, so that you can understand that, okay, syntax is like that way, method of writing is like that way. You type by yourself and you learn more. Okay, chaliye. Thank you so much. Okay. Abhi, thank you. Kyun? Okay, you guys are having an offer. Offer is very limited, so please do not miss it till tomorrow. We are having an offer 12 plus 2, 24 plus 3 for GATE subscription plus or Iconic. And for Iconic subscription, we have great value offering for you guys as one-on-one live mentorship, printed notes, etc., and lots of benefits. If you will go for any subscription, remember the code VDEEP10, so that you can get 10% instant discount plus my personal guidance plus my team support, and you can get lots of other benefits. Ask a doubt feature is there on Unacademy platform, so that you can ask your doubts to the doubt clearing educators separately apart from the normal teaching educators, and you can get your output or result or your answer in any of your preferred language, Hindi or English, through a video. Physical notes only will be available for those members who are taking Iconic subscription for more than 1 year. Enjoyed the session, like it, share it with all of your friends, subscribe the channel, turn on the notification. Thank you for the joining. Keep learning happily. See you in the next session. Bye bye.